So it became official yesterday, but we're talking about it today. Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome. Bayern have officially signed Noussair Mazraoui. And I'm just going to believe that is the correct way to pronounce it. I'm just going to believe that that is the case. But we've signed him. Our right back problem, for the most part, has finally been solved. It only took us like 5 years. Only took us like 5 years. This is a day to celebrate. This is a day to celebrate, isn't it? A day to party and a day to celebrate, because quite frankly, our right back issues are now officially over. But if it actually remains to be the case, we'll see, of course. But as of right now, believe that they are officially over. Now, what I will say is this, though. He's a free transfer. A free transfer to get a right back that is very, very good at what he does on a free is absolutely spectacular. And I think it deserves a little bit of praise for our board. Yes, you may say, well, we should have solved the right back issue years ago. We didn't. And, we are at the situation that we are right now because we didn't. But I always say it's better to get a fullback that is right, rather than just to get one, because, we need one. We did that in the past. I don't want to mention any names, but they're currently Bayern players that realistically shouldn't be Bayern players. I think most people know who I'm talking about. I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be mean to them or anything of that sort. I'm saying that because, quite frankly, they don't have the quality to be a first-team player at the moment. And whether that, remains to be the case forever, I don't know, but they're not really the youngest, if you know who I'm talking about, right? But I'm just excited that we actually have a right back, a competent one, and one that plays for Ajax. And I'll tell you why it's important that they play for Ajax. One, Gravenberg, but what's equally as important is Ajax dominate the Eredivisie. They dominate that league. Bayern dominates the Bundesliga. If you don't know where I'm going with this, there is a certain mentality. Now, of course, there's a significant step up from from playing for Ajax and then playing for Bayern, because Ajax, they dominate their league, but Bayern also does that on an international stage. Ajax doesn't. But just having that superiority in the league, knowing that, you have to perform each game week, that's going to come in handy. And of course, both him as well as, Gravenberg, both of them will have to prove that. They will have to prove that. Yeah, there's obviously a significant step up between the Eredivisie and the Bundesliga, but I'm sure both of them can handle that. Both of them come with the expectations of wanting to play, and they have to prove that they are capable of performing, and that comes with the territory, of course. So I think I'm pretty happy with with one of the transfers being confirmed, the second one being close to confirmed. I mean, if you believe the rumors, all the transfer news that came out today is confirmed. Now, here's a few things that I do want to talk about. One, Lewandowski. Ooh, Lewandowski. I want to talk about Lewandowski so much. I really want to talk about Lewandowski so much. But I haven't. I even announced on Twitter 2 weeks ago that I would do a top 10 players that could replace Lewandowski video. And I didn't. As some of you might be wondering, Prince, Bayernfantv. Where is that Lewandowski top 10 players that could replace Lewandowski video? Where is it? I've been waiting. We've been all waiting. I'll tell you where it's going to be. I'm going to change it up a little. The names are not going to change. So the names that they've already been set in stone, they've been set in stone for months. I mean, even before the Lewandowski rumours were a thing, I already had about 10, 12 really. But I'm increasing it to 15. And which means that, some of them aren't really good enough, and for each of them I will give my reasons as well, so it's gonna be fun. And it was gonna be a top 10 list originally, just one video, 20 minutes long, talking about top 10 players that could replace Lewandowski in a case he leaves. And then obviously the news came out that he actually wants to leave, and I'm like, okay, interesting. But we're gonna change it up a little bit. I want to change it up a little bit because we are now during the off season, as you Americans like to call it. I do see my analytics. I do see my analytics. I see how many Americans there are out there. So with respect to all of you. But what's going to happen is very simple. For each player on my list, and I call that top 10 because top 10s I do a lot better for the algorithm than your top 12, top 13. Who watches the top 13 video? People watch top 10s or top 5s, not top 12s or top 13. But as I said, I'm expanding it to top 15, and we're gonna make it a highlight. I know it's going to go. It's very simple. Each week, 15 weeks, and it's a bit too long because by that time the season will be back. Let's go 2 a week. 2 a week, twice a week. We'll do 2 separate videos. And what's going to happen is we're going to react, you heard me right. We're going to react to a YouTube video of X player. And then I'm going to explain to you why I think that player could replace Lewandowski. I might do it the other way around, where I talk about like that player's strengths, weakness, and I hope I find. I mean, we're gonna basically go in blind with the video. So if the video doesn't show any of the strengths, then I'm kind of screwed. If it's just a highlight video, then I'm kind of screwed. But I'm gonna try and present my points, why I think X, Y, and Z can do well, and then we're gonna watch and react to videos, and it's not so much like the typical football reaction channel, that just, whoa, that's such an amazing play, but it's more so analytical than, just pure reaction, more commentary than actual reaction. It's a bit different. If I did one reaction video on this channel before, I don't know whether it was well received or not, to be fair, but yeah, it's going to be more analytical, more commentary than actual reaction. But twice a week. And some of the names you'll see there, you'll be like, that player doesn't have the quality for Bayern. And maybe I need to do a disclaimer video before we start this series. But the disclaimer video is very, I'll make a disclaimer now, but I'll just probably make the disclaimer before every video, I guess. It's very simple. With our team, it doesn't really matter who you play as a striker. It really doesn't matter who you play as a striker, because our team is so creative and so dominant that you could honestly have most players in there, most strikers, if they play every game, they would score 30 goals a season, 40 goals a season with our creativity. So I'm not that, honestly, you could put anyone in there. True from saying, you could put him, play him as a striker, as a starting striker, and if he plays every game, he'll score 30, 40 goals a season. Now, I'm not taking anything away from Lewandowski. I always say that. People always think I hate Lewandowski. I had to explain myself recently, in a different video. Well, recently to me, it wasn't really that recently. It was like 2 months ago. But it felt recent to me. Where someone asked, do you hate Lewandowski? And my answer is no, I never hated Lewandowski. Even, before all the rumors and whatnot came, I never hated Lewandowski. I just don't think he is as great as people claim to be, although I still think he is the best striker in world football. And there's a distinction, for me always between great and best. Best in terms of ability, in terms of stats, so on and so forth. Great when the floodlights are on, when it's crucial, in 89th minute, who do I want? That to me is great. Best is, consistency. You score your 2 goals here, you score your 2 goals there, you've got the most goals, most assists, blah, blah, blah. Best when it matters the most. And when you perform during the big moments. I hope that makes sense, right? And that's always been my criticism of Lewandowski. And I think a lot of people have criticised him similarly, of course. But there are always counter-arguments. He always goes against Dortmund. That's a counter-argument. And then, obviously, the game people always go back to is Lewandowski versus Real Madrid. 4 goals against Real Madrid. And it pains me because he hasn't... Okay, you could say Wolfsburg, but, come on now. Come on now. Honestly, come on now. I'm counting Wolfsburg here. Or some people will say, what was it? Against Hoffenheim, I think it was, where he scored 4 goals as well. It's come on now. Are we really I'm talking about important title / cup deciding games, that's kind of what I always talk about, but that's an irrelevant point, honestly. As I said, we're gonna make it a little bit of a spectacle because Lewandowski. There's so much rumor, so much news about him. Might as well milk it. Might as well milk it. I might as well milk it. I might as well milk it. You know, but I'm happy about Mazraoui. I just wanted to make a video about that, and then we kind of talk about Lewandowski. Yes, that's how the news goes at the moment. But yeah, I'm happy about Mazraoui. We'll talk about him in a lot more depth. I might actually, just if there's a lot more reaction videos on this channel in the near future, in the summer, hey, it might. That's just the way it is. All right, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. All right, allow it. All right. For those that don't know, I've got like 5 different reaction channels. I shouldn't have said that. I always try to keep all my channels separate, but I never mention those. I never mention them by name, but yeah. We're bringing a few reaction videos to this channel. That's all I'm gonna say for the summer, because there's a lot of players that we're gonna be inevitably be linked with, a lot of rumors that we're gonna talk about, and I feel like just having like some videos to talk about and like dissect and criticize / compliment my points, will be very beneficial. So that's just my thoughts on it all, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a new player. That's good. Let's get some more. And by the rumors, it looks like we are definitely getting some more. So let's see how it all pans out.